Top 20 Korean Dramas of 2022. Number 20. Big Mouth. The thriller series follows Park Chung-ho, an incompetent lawyer with less than 10% success rate who gets dragged into a murder case. Soon, he finds himself framed as the famous conman Big Mouth, and he must now work to clear his name. Before we proceed to the next drama on this list, please subscribe to this channel for more such videos on drama recommendations from different genres, and please click the bell icon to be notified. Number 19. Cheer Up. Cheer Up is the new rom-com series set in a college campus. Do Hye-yi is a freshman at Hyunhee University in the year 2019. As she comes from a poor family, she works several part-time jobs to support herself and her family. One day, Jae is offered to join Thea, the legendary Hyunhee University cheerleading squad, which is on the verge of breaking apart, in return for money. She accepts the offer and joins the cheerleading squad to make some money. She develops a crush on the team's captain, Park Jong-gu. Meanwhile, a rich and famous campus crush, Jin Sun-hoo, is also interested in Hae. Who will she end up with? Number 18. My Liberation Notes. The Slice of Life series revolves around the story of the three young siblings who all live a monotonous mundane life in the fictional village named Songpo, which is just outside of Seoul. They struggle in building a social life outside their village because of how far their home is from their workplace. Their day-to-day life consists of going to work on weekdays and helping their parents around the farm during weekends. They are all set on escaping their seemingly dreadful lives. Number 17. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is a drama based on a webtoon of the same name and follows the story of Choi Jun-don, who is a job seeker but often gets rejections. One night, he witnesses a man trying to jump off a bridge and tries to save him. During the altercation, he meets Grim Reapers Go-ryun and Lee Myung-go, who belong to crisis management team with a mission to save people who are just on the edge of giving up on their lives. Jun-young ends up in a coma while trying to save the man. After he becomes a half-human, half-spirit, he is employed by a company of Grim Reapers as the newest member of the crisis management team. Number 16. Reborn Rich. The series tells the story of Yoon Hyun-woo, a loyal employee working for the Sun-young group who was betrayed and murdered by a member of the Sun-young family. Hyun-woo wakes up in 1980s and discovers that he has been reincarnated into the body of Jin Do-jun, youngest grandson of the Sun-young family. Living his new life, he decides to get revenge upon the family that once killed him and take over the family business of the Sun-young group. Number 15. Girl's Doctor. The plot revolves around two contrasting characters who happen to be doctors. They have completely different medical skills as well as personalities. Cha Young-min is a genius doctor with excellent skills and surgery, but he's arrogant and selfish. While Go Seong-tuk, a first-year resident, is kind, but he lacks the confidence to physically take on emergencies, even though he can cite textbook diagnoses with ease. He's also the grandson of the chairman of the hospital. One day, when Yeonmin gets involved in an accident and falls into a coma, his spirit possesses the body of Seon-tuk, which results in a merging of their skills and personalities. Number 14. Shooting Stars. This rom-com series depicts the love and hate relationship between the top actor Gong Tae-sung and the PR team leader of his agency, Oh Han-byul. Gong Tae-sung is loved by people due to his image of a kind and polite person, but he has a different side. He has strong desire to win and a hot temper. Although Gong Tae-sung makes things hard for Han-byul, the two started to have feelings for each other. Number 13. Bad Prosecutor. Bad Prosecutor is an action comedy crime drama which revolves around the life of prosecutor Jin Jung, who chooses to go about his work by using his own methods, which sometimes include skipping certain protocols in order to take down corruption. Unlike other prosecutors in the office, he relies sometimes on expedient action and trickery, rather than the standard practices of law to punish the corrupt people of the society. At the same time, he has a deep sense of justice and conscience, and he will stand on the side of the weak and fight against the wicked and corrupt people. Number 12. Little Women. This mystery thriller series narrates the story of three sisters, Oh In-ju, Oh In-kyung, and Oh In-hai, with a very close bond, who are struggling in poverty when they get mixed up with a money laundering scheme that puts their lives in danger. The eldest sister, In-ju, believes that money is the most important thing to protect herself and her family. The middle sister, In-kyung, works as a news reporter who believes in doing the right things. And the youngest of the three sisters, In-hai, is a student at a prestigious art high school. The three sisters then get involved in a conspiracy that leads them to fight against the richest and the most influential family in South Korea. Number 11. Curtain Call. The story starts with Kwon-sun getting separated from her husband and infant son while attempting to escape North Korea during the Korean War. She manages to make it to South Korea, where she starts her new life while waiting to be reunited with her family that she left behind in North Korea. In South Korea, she remarries, has a son and grandchildren, and builds the Nakwon Group, the successful hotel chain in the country. Kwon-sun's granddaughter, Park Se-yeon, works hard to protect Nakwon's name. In the present day, Kwon-sun is dying of cancer, and with only 3 months to live, Kwon-sun wishes she could find her lost North Korean grandchild. Meanwhile, Kwon-sun's trusted right-hand man, Jung Seong-chul, tries to look for her North Korean grandson and finally tracks him down, only to learn that he has become a violent criminal. So he decides to keep this truth from Kwon-sun and comes up with a plan to grant her last wish to meet her grandson again. Jung then hires Yoo Jae-hoon, a struggling actor of an unknown theater company, to impersonate Kwon-sun's North Korean grandson for 3 months to fulfill her dying wish. Will the grandmother ever find out the truth about her real grandson? Number 10. Blind. This drama involves the uncovering of a serial murder case. The main characters are Ryo Song-jun, who is a detective, his elder brother, Ryo Song-hoon, who is a judge, and Jo Yoon-ki, who works as a social worker. Based on a video obtained from the dashcam of a delivery person, Song-jun arrests the main suspect in the murder case named Man-chun. However, Man-chun refuses to admit to the crime of killing and demands a jury trial. All the members of the jury unanimously judged him to be guilty, and Sang-hoon sentenced him to lifetime imprisonment. Hearing the sentence, Man-chun threatens to kill every one of the jury members. While he was in custody, another murder occurs in a similar fashion, which puts into question if the killer is Manchun or somebody else. As the drama progresses, more secrets uncover and mysteries unfold. Number 9. May I Help You? May I Help You is a fantasy romantic comedy drama that follows the story of funeral director Baek Dong-ju, who works to grant the wishes of the dead, and butler Kim, who runs a cheap errand service. Baek Dong-ju, who works as a funeral director, possesses the special ability which allows her to see and talk to dead people. The dead people ask Baek Dong-ju to grant their last wish. If she does not grant their wishes, her day becomes filled with bad luck. She then meets Kim Tae-hee, who runs an errand company with his uncle, which goes by the name of A Dime A Job. It provides service for pretty much anything clients ask for. We can see a heartwarming romance start to blossom between them. Filled with drama, love, fantasy, the show has everything going on for it. Number 8. Weak Hero Class 1. The story revolves around the straight-A student Yoon Si-yoon, who despite appearing weak, utilizes his wits and tools to win against his opponents inside and outside of school. When bullies start ganging up on him, he found Soo-ho, the school's strongest fighter, and Boom-seok, the new transfer student, helping him. And the three of them formed an unlikely relationship to combat the bullying. They become friends and come to each other's aid whenever they run into trouble. Unfortunately, they get more and more involved in a cycle of violence that seems unescapable. Number 7. The Golden Spoon. This South Korean fantasy series tells the story of Lee Seong-chun, who comes from an extremely poor family. One day, he meets an old woman who offers him a magical golden spoon. The old lady tells him that if he uses this spoon at a rich friend's house 3 times, their parents will switch. Lee Seong-chun buys the gold spoon from the old woman and eats 3 times at his rich friend Hwang Tae-young's house, whose father runs a large company. Soon, Seong-chun's life changes. Will Seong-chun live a happy life at his new rich parents' house, or will he want to come back to his original parents? Number 6. Revenge of Others. This revenge thriller series centers on the lives of the high school students. Ok Chun-mi is devastated when she finds out that her twin brother has suddenly and mysteriously died. In an attempt to uncover the truth of his death, Chun-mi enrolls herself into his school, Yongtan High School. There she meets Ji So-hyun, who fights for what is right and goes against the bullies at their school. The two get entangled in a situation that completely changes their life. Number 5. All of Us Are Dead. It's a thrilling zombie drama, but it's also about the lives of high schoolers. The series mostly takes place at a high school in South Korea as a zombie apocalypse suddenly breaks out and threatens the safety of the students. The infected quickly turn into human-eating zombies. A group of students are trapped in a high school and they find themselves in dire situations as they seek to be rescued from the zombie invasion of their school. They must now fight for their lives while they look for a way out. Meanwhile, the Korean military work to isolate the outbreak and protect the country from an even larger outbreak. Number 4. 2521. This series is set in 90s South Korea, where 2 youngsters fight for their dreams. Nam Joo-hyuk and Kim Tae-ri start together in this youth romance drama. Set against the tumultuous backdrop of South Korea facing a severe financial crisis, the story revolves around characters who see their hopes and ambitions crash down. They grow together through difficult times and look forward to a better tomorrow. Our female lead, Nahido, is a member of her high school fencing team. After the IMF crisis disbanded her school's program, she transfers to another school to join her dream fencing team. At the same time, our male lead, Baek Jin's family goes bankrupt. He ventures on his own to rebuild his life. The two characters meet by accident and begin a friendship. Soon, their friendship begins to develop into blossoming love. The drama will make you feel nostalgic about the days when you were younger. Number 3. Business Proposal. The delightful office rom-com Business Proposal has owned the hearts of K-drama fans across the world. From the main characters up to the side characters, each one of them is memorable in their own way. The plot centers on Shin Hari as she agrees to go on a blind date in the place of her best friend Young-soo to scare the date away. But to her surprise, she finds out that the person she is going on a date with is actually Kang Tae-moo, the CEO of the company she works for. She soon finds herself in a fake dating scam with him, all while trying to hide her true identity and struggling to keep her job. Meanwhile, Young-soo falls for Tae-moo's chief secretary, Cha Sang-hoon. Number 2. Alchemy of Souls. The story is set deep in the fictional country of Daegu. The series is about the love and growth of young mages as they overcome their twisted fates due to a forbidden magic spell known as the Alchemy of Souls, which allows souls to switch bodies. Jang-wook comes from a noble family with a complicated secret surrounding his birth, which led to him being outcast and unable to use magic. He meets Moodok, who is actually Naksu, a skilled assassin whose soul has been trapped in a weak body. When he finds out about Moodok's true identity, he enlists her help to change his destiny. It has a little bit of everything with history, fantasy, action, romance, heart, and humor. And it is a fun and thrilling ride from start to finish. Number 1. Extraordinary Attorney You. This legal drama follows Woo Young-woo, a female rookie attorney with autism spectrum disorder who is hired by a major law firm in Seoul, but she lacks in social skills and empathy. As she starts to work at the law firm, she faces prejudice against her, but she solves cases in her own peculiar way and grows as a lawyer. Which drama from 2022 did you enjoy the most? Please let us know in the comments below. If you like this video, then please be sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel.